Hello, my friends. How are you? Hiker Dave, Annie. I am just taking a nice little stroll here, and before the humidity comes, it's gonna be really humid, really hot. I think tomorrow, today's Thursday, the 7th of August, 2025. I'm like shaking, you guys. I don't even know why. Gary just called me. I was out hiking. Me and him are going for a hike tomorrow. And he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm in the middle of the woods. I feel fortunate I got reception. My phone was ringing. It scared the bejesus out of me." And he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, Dave, I go, "I'm in the middle of the woods right now, and it's nice to have the company." All right, I want to check here because I'm going to go off. Oh, big spider. I'm going to go off trail here, and I want to see and make sure of my bearings. I should have done this before I turned the camera on. Oh, shaky, shaky. Yeah, this is good for the viewing audience. All right. What I want to do here is let me get my bearings here with the. All right. So, if I get turned around, I want to at least head towards the main road, which is due west, southwest. So it's more west than south. So west will get me out of the woods. Okay. West. So yeah, tomorrow, me and Gary are going to go on a hike. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to go. We're going to stay local to my area, I believe. Going on there. Wow, this little stream here is all dried up. Oh, that's a frog, all right. Big old frog. Oh, it's interesting. It is really, really quiet, which is okay. I got a comment that I want to say it was a joke. Somebody commented that wasn't there last week, but it is now. Somebody commented and said, "Your video is so shaky that I can't even watch it. It's going to make me sick using the gimbal." And I'm thinking to myself, that's a joke. Like you got to be joking me, right? So I took it as a joke, because whoever left that comment has to notice the difference having stabilization now compared to when I didn't. So that was a good joke. I'm curious. I had an experiment I was doing years ago, and I was documenting the direction of tree breaks, and all the tree breaks seemed to face. This was in Massachusetts, but the tree breaks seemed to face all generally the same thing, it would face northeast. And I just thought that was weird. This one here, this tree break, I look at my compass, and that looks like it's facing west. Okay, well, there goes that. There goes that idea. No, but I did document a lot of tree breaks that were kind of all facing in generally the same, like 95% of the breaks I was coming across were all facing in the same direction. I thought that was weird. Wow. So I started to follow these tree breaks. Did I see that last time? So I started following these tree breaks, and I was amazed that it was the only time I ever tried it to follow the direction of these tree breaks. And I am not kidding. All the tree breaks that I was following at the time, it took me to this structure. What was that? And it wasn't a teepee structure. It was like, it was construction of some sort. And so, someone that, was like starting to build something, but I couldn't believe that it brought me to a structure. It was the first time I had ever even tried it. I mean, if you're out there, you guys, and you're out there hiking and you're looking maybe for some sign, hey bear, and you're looking for some Sasquatch sign, give that a try. Wow, look at that. And follow the direction of the tree breaks, and you'd be surprised, man or lady, what you find. That's a big old bend right there. Yeah, so the Pacific Northwest, the hot spot and the home of Sam Squamch, right? I say bah humbug to that. Like, listen, there's the Olympic Project. Those guys are awesome, and you'll see them a lot on Small Town Monsters. If you haven't seen the channel Small Town Monsters, you are missing out. They have some really good stuff. I really like it. But everything is always the Pacific Northwest, Well, I'm talking about, why can't we talk about the Atlantic Northeast? What's the matter with that? Why not the Atlantic Northeast? What is that? There is so much focus on the Pacific Northwest that, I think that there, I definitely myself included, I really thought, well, Sasquatch is out that way, the Pacific Northwest, up in the mountains and stuff, until I started to look around in my area and realized that no, it's not just that. It's not just the Northwest. The Northeast is covered in habitat for Sasquatch. The Appalachian Trail, I mean, up through the Northeast, the Appalachian Mountains, you've got the White Mountains of New Hampshire. I mean, there's just plenty of area up here in the Northeast for Sasquatch, and then tons of sightings down south in Florida. All kinds of sightings. So for you guys over there in in the Northwest, you do not have a monopoly on Sam Squamps, man. No, a lot of respect for you guys. Wow, this looks like it's been knocked down. I mean, of course, you have to give credit where credit is due for Sasquatch sightings. And again, the research that the Olympic project that those guys are doing is phenomenal. It is very, very cool. I started doing, even before I moved up here when I was in Massachusetts. What is that big dark object? When I was living in Massachusetts, notes upon notes upon notes. I was just crazy taking notes. And this morning I was going through my notes, looking at all the stuff I was writing down, and like, it's just interesting to look back on my theories and my ideas about Sasquatch and what it is and what they eat, their habitat, their range of travel, and all kinds of stuff. And it's kind of neat. I was going to make a video just showing you guys my notebook and some of my notes and some of my drawings. It's pretty neat. There's all the birds, man. All right, this is where, whoa, that scared me. This is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go off trail here, and I want to see where it takes me. If it's not too bad and swampy this way, I might go this way. But this is not an area right now where I normally hike. I want also, please leave a comment if you're a viewer of my channel and you watch my videos. I do tend to talk a lot, you guys. I totally get that. I noticed that when I took my last video, it was like 21 minutes, 21 and a half. I talked the whole time. I'm like, boy, that's got to get to people. This almost looks like it's been traveled through quite a bit. There's no trails out here. This is all off trail. Hey, bear. I'm getting that feeling back again, like I used to get when I would hike solo. That nervous feeling of starting to kind of return here. Oh yeah, it's mud. I should have brought me muck boots. I actually thought about it. What's all that over there in the distance there? There's a big gobbled mumble jug of trees over there. I don't even think that's a word. Oh, what is that? Is that a boot print? Looks like it is, right? Huh. That is a print. Right? Yeah. I found a print. I don't know if that's a boot print. There's that spot right over there. I want to check that out. But I want to check this out for a second. That is a print of some kind. I'm trying to see, do I see toes up there? It's fairly fresh. That is no doubt a print. I'm curious why there'd be a print out here. There's no trail. Is there another one that I can see? I don't see. That looks like a pretty good print to me. Hey, bear. There's some more muddy area up here. Let's check that out. Man, my head is on a swivel. Come on, gimbal, point down. I don't see another print. Oh, good. Yep. Oh, I'm really getting into the... All right, let me... I'm going to go around this mud area here. I want to go check that spot out right there. Oh, yeah, it's muddy out here. Wonder why there'd be a boot print or a footprint out here. There's no trails or anything. But you know what? I'm out here, right, guys? So who says somebody else couldn't be out here? Looking for the elusive, the all-elusive Sam Squammy. Oh, you know what I just... All right, let's see where this goes here. You know what I just thought of, guys? I put down my walking stick so I could set up this gimbal. You have to kind of manipulate the phone in order to get it level on the gimbal so it doesn't flop around. And I put my walking stick down. Hey, bear. As my son would say, oh, I'll never see that again. A little funny side story about that. We lived in a really bad neighborhood when Grady was really little. He was about 5 or 6 years old, and we happened to be the only people in the neighborhood. Wow, this is all worn down. Like, this is a travel. We were like the only people that looked like us in the entire neighborhood. It was in a really bad spot of Brockton, Massachusetts. And we were playing catch with football. And I launched one, and it went over his head and kind of bounced down the road. And the neighborhood punks grabbed it and took it home with them. And their house was at the end of our dead-end street. And Grady looked at me and said, oh, we'll never see that again. I said, no, don't say that. I want you to march down there and go get your ball back. And sure enough, he walked down there, and they did give him his ball back. But it's a joke we now talk about that, well, we'll never see that again. Kind of funny. This looks like a trail, a game trail of sorts. Yeah, Pacific North West. We got Bigfoots too up here, man, persons. All right, I just got a little spun here. Yeah, I can't, that's pretty neat that I found that footprint. I'm slightly excited, but it could be a boot print. Oh boy, I definitely got turned around. Where is that? Okay, I definitely got turned around, guys. It doesn't take long. Where's that clump of trees I was looking at? Okay, they're right there. Oh, I just heard something weird. All right, here's that clump of trees. And I saw... Hey, bear. I saw this clump of trees, and I saw it from over here. It happens so fast to get turned around when you're in the woods. One time that happened to me, I was in McCabe. I was in Massasoit State Park, and I stepped off the trail, you guys. No joke, I stepped off the trail maybe 50, 70 feet. And I was checking out something. I forget what it was that caught my attention. And I'm looking at it, and I kind of made a circle around it as I'm walking. Get a little scared. As I'm walking, and just like now, I wasn't paying attention, and I got turned around. And that happens. Where did that? I'm legitimately, okay. All right. You guys, this is not even funny, but I'll pull out my compass if need be. Oh, spider webs, how are ya? I'm gonna be very glad when I get my hiking buddy Gary back. That's gonna be pretty neat. I think my trail is up here. Well, not my trail, but because I remember this leaner. I remember this leaner right here. I think this is it. Woo-hoo-hoo. You know, it's amazing, that feeling that you get when, like, I know where I am. I know what patch of forest I'm in. But when you lose your bearings, it's so easy to get lost. It's over this way. I don't go over this way too often either. I think me and Gary might have hiked out here a couple of years back. Hey, bear. Wow, not a lot of undergrowth will grow because I think this is a high pine area. So there's not a lot of shrubbery that grows. The layers and layers of dead pines, they kind of just kill anything that's trying to grow up. Ooh. Whoop, whoop. See, it's weird. It's opposite. If I want to point down, I have to point up with the gimbal. Sound like I just heard some people, which of course is a possibility. All right, I want to get my walking stick back. So I think me and Gary will come back here tomorrow, but I want to go on the other side. It's a spot that I don't go to that often. I mean, I've been out there a bunch of times. My son, there's this little river that runs through part of the area. And sometimes we'll just go for a hike. I'll tell him, hey, bring your fishing rod. And he'll do a little fishing. There's a nice spot. Okay, this is my... This is years old by now. It's been up here for a long time. I wonder what happened to the broken walking stick that I had here years and years ago. I think I left my hiking stick down this way. I have to go back to the audio on this video because I'm hearing some weird things. Nothing crazy spooky or anything, but I keep kind of hearing stuff that's way off in the distance, which of course it's, I'm not the only one that goes in the woods. Hopefully I can find my walking stick. I can't believe I put it down and walked away without it. Let me know, guys. Leave a comment about the Pacific Northwest. As much as I love the fact, I love what the Olympic Project is doing over there, but that's why I really like the Small Town Monsters channel. Alex Petikoff, I believe he's from New Hampshire. I think a couple of those guys from his channel are from New Hampshire. So, and they have their videos, they're like documentaries. They are so good. Like, compare some of their documentaries to something 5 years ago. You'll really notice the differences. I get so jealous. See, I heard that again. Sounds like a little kid or something. I want my walking stick back. Also, if anybody has stayed long enough to the end of this video, I'd like to hear if you've had a sighting or something really strange happen while you were out hiking or camping. I want to hear about it. Like, you could leave me in the comments a short form of the story about what happened, and maybe we could kind of get in contact with each other. I could give you my email, which is not a secret. That's on videos already. But I would like to hear if anybody, especially up here in the Northeast, anywhere from Connecticut up to Maine, I'd like to hear some accounts from you guys that have had things happen to you. But it doesn't have to be just from New England. I'm really interested in reading stuff like that. So leave a comment. You could tell me your story. I don't care if it's long. It's okay. I read every comment. I respond to just about every comment, whether with a reply or just a thumbs up. Yeah, so please leave a comment. Oh, I never say this. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, guys. I'm hundreds away. I think I have 9,170 or something. I'm not sure. I'd love to get to 10,000 subscribers. Don't smash the subscribe button. Just give it a gentle nudge. I hate that when people say, smash the like button and smashed it. No, don't get all violent. Just give it a gentle little how do you do and subscribe. God, I hate saying that. That's why you don't hear me say that ever. But I just did. That's my ice cubes in my Stanley thermos. Oh, there's the infamous down tree that I smashed my kneecap on it. That was fun. Smashed my knee piece right on it. Not this time, buddy boy. Not this time. sweating like a banshee. That's kind of neat. I found that print. I'm curious. I want to go home. I mean, it's definitely a print, but is it a boot print or is it a footprint with no boot? I'm curious. That's pretty neat. I think I'll take Gary there tomorrow and I'll show it to him and see what he thinks. We're not supposed to get any rain or anything, so it's not like it's going to be washed out. All right, the search is on for my walking stick. Thank you guys so much for clicking. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be looking for my walking stick. All right, guys. I will definitely see you on the next one. Whew.